it's cold. Good morning, you guys. Welcome to today's video. I am getting some gas right now, and then I have to head off and train my clients. I've had a very, very busy morning, but it's been good. And I know a lot of you had questions about, the guy next to me is looking at me like, what is she doing? I know you guys had a lot of questions about like my day-to-day, how do I manage everything? Like I record vlogs so you see my day-to-day, but I don't ever record like, or go through exactly what my schedule looks like, which it's different every day. But I figured I would do that today, kind of give you a rundown of what my day-to-day schedule looks like. So we'll chat about that in a little bit. I'm gonna head off and train my clients, and then we're gonna go work out immediately after, and then we'll chat, because right now I don't have time. Into the gym. I mixed this up while I was at a stoplight, and I don't know if you guys can see, I got powder all over there. So now I have to clean my car. But we're about to head in, lift legs. It's quad and glutes. I didn't see Jake's story yet because I have been running around like a crazy person this morning, but I believe we're doing squats. I have no idea. We'll see. I need to drink this, head in, and lift.
When I saw you at a table at our old spot set for two, with that look in your eye when you smile like you always do. But this time it wasn't me that was sitting there next to you. But I'll be fine. It might take a little time, but I think that'd be the line that I'll say to my friends, but they'll know I'm not alright. Cause I saw forever in your eyes, but I think of forever, I think it's out of time.
We're supersetting the reverse lunge with walking lunges all the way down the gym and all the way back. I'm super out of breath.
You can basically say an insane amount.
Yes.
An insane amount would be sufficient. I think that explains it pretty darn good.
Yeah, are you staying at 12?
Say what? Yeah. That is correct.
It's out of time. I think it's out of time. I still catch myself thinking back to you to remember how good it felt. Now I see him in your pictures and it gets me overwhelmed. But if you ask me how I'm doing, I would say I'm doing well. I'm doing well. But I'd be lying. It might take a little time, but I'd say I'm doing fine.
Doing a split squat. Like, not pulse. Did you see? I am sweating so bad right now.
Kelly, you're right like that one, right?
Stop!
Okay. Your left foot is forward. So your left foot is forward. Your left foot is forward, people.
Okay.
Left foot is forward. And you need to count how many you do, because you need to make sure that you're even on the right side as well. Make sure that you're lunging within these safeties.
What I say to my friends, but they'll know I'm not alright. Cause I saw forever in your eyes, but I think of forever, I think it's out of time. It's out of time. I think it's out of time. Was that taking my time or just you for granted. When I fell for you, I never planned on landing. But I pretend I'm good till I'm the last man standing. I'll say I'm fine. I'll say I'm fine. It's out of time. Think it's out of time. I think it's out of time. It's out of time.
Next set is 100 mountain climbers and sliders, walking lunges all the way down and back, GHD sit-ups. Of the day has gone by. I realized yesterday's video I was sitting right here and we were talking, but that's just how this is going. This is looking very similar. Also, I posted on my Instagram story right when I got home from the gym. I put my hair up like this, and do you see how flat it is? It was so wet from that leg workout. I was sweating so bad. I don't know if you guys, like your gyms do this, but whenever it rains or gets kind of, it's not even humid outside today. I don't know why the gym was so hot, but the gym was so much warmer than normal. And I mean, I was like dripping sweat the entire time. Anyway, I told you guys I was gonna like kind of run you through my schedule. I meant to talk to you earlier when I got home, but I had so much crap to get done. Little update, Lily's doing better. Her eye's still a little, I mean, it's definitely like inflamed and bothering her, but there's no like colored pus coming out of it. It's just like a watery liquid now, and she can open it a little bit more. So she's doing better. Her meds are starting to work. She doesn't like the application process, but that's fine. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So like I was saying earlier, my day-to-day changes every day. My Monday, Wednesday, Friday are always very, very busy. I train my in-person clients. I train later in the day, but across the board, my mornings are always very busy. One of the main questions I was getting about, or one of the main questions and just like topics that you guys wanted to see on the 20K video when I was scrolling through like your recommendations on what you would want to see more of, was how I handle the day-to-day and like how I keep everything organized and kind of just like my schedule. So the mornings are definitely my busiest time of the day. I know I'm the most productive in the morning. I'm a morning person, so I always get up early, even if I don't work out in the morning, which I haven't really been doing anymore. If you've been following me for a while, you know basically for the past, I mean, really for the past 2 or 3 years, I've been training in the morning, but for the past year consistently, I have been working out at 5 a.m., really not missing a single session. Like if I had to go later in the day, it was very few and far between. I was always training at 5 a.m. The more I've gotten into my own business and working from home and training my in-person clients, and I got another in-person client, I just started realizing that I was putting way too much in my schedule in the morning, and I was like always rushed. And I'm very much a person of like setting the tone for the day, and as soon as I would wake up, I was so stressed out about everything I had to get done, and I felt like I was in a rush, so I wasn't enjoying my workout. I realized having my workout in the middle of the day or moving it to the middle of the day, one, forced me to take a break. So I still wake up super early. I normally dedicate my mornings to YouTube. So I get up, make myself a cup of coffee, protein coffee, so good. And if the video's not already uploaded onto YouTube, I finish editing it, which takes me like an hour usually, or a little bit more. And then they usually take about 40 minutes to upload onto YouTube once I have it like actually downloaded. So I do that, I make the thumbnail. That consumes my entire morning before I go train my in-person clients. And while the YouTube video is uploading, I try to respond to as many comments as I can from yesterday's YouTube video or the previous day's YouTube video, and as well as like Instagram messages. So my morning starts off with like social media basically, and then whether it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday where I go and train my in-person clients and then I'm not back home until like 2 usually, or Tuesdays and Thursdays where then I start working on client programs and emails. So generally my morning is dedicated to social media, kind of getting caught up on everything, mainly YouTube, and then from 8 or 9 to noon I'm working on client programs, whether that's training my in-person clients or sitting at my desk working on programs. And then recently I've been trying to work out. I've been working out around like noon to 2 somewhere. It's either noon or 2 usually. It's been a little bit different. It's basically whenever Jake is available. Some days he's not, so I go and do my own thing, which I'm totally cool with doing. But for the sake of like staying on a program, and I do enjoy working out with him in my group obviously, I still prefer to work out with him so I can follow that program properly. But regardless, that's been working really, really well for me because it forces me to step back and take a break from looking at my screen, take a break from being on social media, just have some time for myself in the middle of the day. And because I get up so early, having my workout in the middle of the day, I don't know if you guys are like this, but I always have a second wind after my workout. Like I feel really, really good, really energized, very productive. Like working out makes me feel good. I love working out. You guys know this. So having it in the middle of the day has been very, very beneficial for me, and definitely something I'm going to continue. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I've still been working out at 5 a.m. I definitely, now that my body's starting to get used to the midday workouts, the mornings seem rough. Like I always need a nap in the middle of the day, and I just find that basically after 1 o'clock I'm really not very productive because my body is so tired, and I'm just like, my body feels like it's done. It's like, okay, mind's turning off. Like I have a really hard time focusing. For the sake of going through my schedule, let's say it's a Wednesday and I'm working out at noon. So I get done training my in-person clients, I go to the gym, I train, I do my cardio. I'm normally home by 1:30 or 2. Then I sit back down, go through emails again, because usually the people who I emailed back in the morning will have emailed me again by then. So I go through emails one more time, go through my Instagram, try to get back to DMs, comments on a picture. Usually then is when I try, if I'm gonna post something on Instagram, I'll post it then, because that's like the first time I've had to sit down and focus on something other than programs, clients, whatever. And then after that, I'm usually pretty dead. I get 95% of my work done before 2 o'clock, I would say. Even on the days where I'm not working out in the morning, I still consistently wake up at 5 o'clock. The latest I would wake up is like 6 o'clock. So I'm just a morning person. I've always been way more productive in the morning. I can be productive at night. I don't know. I like getting my work done in the morning and then having my evenings to relax with Chris. So that's basically my schedule. Keeping up with everything can be a lot. It was definitely a learning process for me. Like trial and error, like you have to figure out what works for you. And I tried a couple different schedules out and realized, okay, I'm not doing the best I could with this schedule. I'm losing time here. I feel like I'm not productive here. How could I change this around? What would be more productive? You know, there's, and like also just feel better. So something I realized, I actually had to limit my one-on-one coaching for online because I took on an extra in-person client, and that it consumes, I mean, like half my week. I'm gone until 2 o'clock basically, and I was so stressed out and like having to, I was staring at my computer for so long when I would get home, and my work days started getting really long, and I was working on the weekends, like Saturday and Sunday, which is not a problem, but then it started taking away from YouTube. I'm sure you guys can tell exactly when I was going through this because I started getting inconsistent on YouTube. It was when I was saying I was very stressed out, and there was nothing wrong with that. That was just a trial and error. I had a certain amount of one-on-one online clients, and then when I took on my extra in-person, there was basically a month where, or no, like a month and a half, I had already told people like that were on my wait list for online training that they were going to be up. So when people stopped the one-on-one coaching, if there was a couple people, it's not like I could have just left it with that. Like I already told people I was going to accept them into it. So there was a month and a half there where I handled it, but it was just too much on my plate for everything I wanted to get done. It basically just took time away from YouTube, which is totally fine, but YouTube is something I've always prioritized and I really, really enjoy it. So I decided to cut back my one-on-one coaching a little bit, and like stick to a set number, and I'm not going over that set number. I have a little bit of a bigger wait list now, but I'm very upfront with people with that, and I have other options like 4-week program, all that. Eventually I will have guides available. I still haven't gotten my my tax ID number back, which is super frustrating. This has been like a month process. So stupid. Anyway, guides will be available eventually, and then I obviously have my in-person clients and everything. So that is basically my schedule. I don't know if that's interesting to you guys. I don't know if that's the information you were looking for, but basically my mornings are focused on YouTube, getting a YouTube video posted, responding to YouTube comments, also responding to Instagram messages, reposting if I'm tagged in anything, and responding to comments on there. And then I focus on programs and clients for about from like 8 or 9 to noon, I would say. And then I work out, and then I come home, get some more programs done, and focus on getting back to Instagram stuff. And then I usually check emails 2 or 3 times a day, in the morning when I get home from training my clients, and then again at night around like 5:30. So yeah, I hope you guys found that interesting. I'm assuming it's gonna be the end of the video because this is super long. It's Friday night, it's gloomy as crap. Chris just went to the gym. He should be home here shortly, and then we have to make some dinner. I'm really, really hungry. He's already talking about going to Kroger for snacks. I'm like, babe, you're sabotaging me. I need to be eating healthier. But if we go, I'm just gonna get like my little skinny, I don't know if they're called skinny puffs. I think that's what they're called. I don't know, they're so freaking good. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to comment if you have any other questions or like other videos you would like me to kind of go more in depth on certain things. I would totally be willing to talk more about business stuff. I just don't know exactly what you guys are interested in, and like I don't want to sit down and ramble for 20 minutes about stuff that you guys don't care about. So comment down below what you would like me to talk about, what videos you would like me to make, and I'll totally do them. And yeah, I have to finish sending out one more program. That was one last thing I will talk about. One of the things that was like kind of trial and error, in order to, once I cut back my one-on-one clients a little bit, I was able to change from sending out my programs on Sunday, which was forcing me my whole Sunday morning, like basically from 7 a.m. to 6 a.m. really. 6 or 7 a.m. to like noon or 1, I was working on my computer, sending out programs, answering emails, looking at check-ins. And then once I cut back my one-on-one online coaching a little bit, I was able to move my the check-ins and when I send out programs to Friday. So even though I'm still answering emails and answering texts from clients and all of that over the weekend, I get the bulk of it done on Friday, so that allows me to actually have a day or two to rest, and like, although I'm still working, it's not like a full day's worth, so that has really helped me. This whole process is trial and error. Owning your own business is amazing, but it's also very, not difficult, you just have a lot of trial and error moments. Like there's a lot of learning curves, there's a lot of, like, you just have to be very honest with yourself. And I was telling Chris this the other day, I'm so grateful that I can work from home, and like I was able to drop what I was doing and take Lily to the vet when I needed to take her. But I lost like 2 full days this week between running her around, and that was on a day where I was already training my client. So I had already been over that direction, came home, had to go back over there. That was like a full 2 hours, and then dealing with her, and like because I'm home, it was really hard to focus because I knew she was in pain. So there's always positives to situations and there's always negatives. No one has it perfect. There are flaws to everything. But I am very, very grateful to be able to do what I'm doing. That was something this week though. I was like so stressed out. Last night I got on my computer and did an entire 4-week program at like 11:30 because I wasn't able to get it done earlier in the week because of Lily, which is totally fine. So grateful she's starting to feel better. And then I had a lot of work that I had to get done today. My day today was very, very busy. So I think I've already said goodbye to you guys like 5 times now, but I mean it for real this time. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, a really good Easter, and I will try to see if Chris and I can record a challenge video this weekend, or at least we'll start thinking of ideas of what we could do. So those will be coming soon. He normally doesn't like being in my YouTube videos, which I totally get, but he said he was up for doing more videos. So hopefully those will be coming soon.